Rotary Club will this Saturday organize a walk in aid of a certain charity, and that's what we're talking about next year on the AM show. So I'm being joined now by Ama Amoa and Na Tioko Koshi. They're all members of Rotary Club, Ring Road.
Yeah,
Central Branch. Okay, so good morning and thank you for coming.
Good morning, Mama V. Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Sure. First of all, I think we need to understand what Rotary Club is. We hear Rotary Club and other clubs. What is Rotary?
Rotary, well, good morning to our viewers. Rotary is an international organization. It's a worldwide organization. It's the first service club organization, and it has a membership base of 1.2 million members worldwide. And it's a volunteer organization of professionals in different diverse fields who dedicate and volunteer their time and talent to further the cause and the motto of Rotary, which is service above self. And they dedicated to provide community service to the underprivileged in wherever their locations are.
So this is strictly, volunteerism.
Yes, it is.
But what do you gain out of it? Because it's almost like a privilege to belong to the Rotary Club.
Well, that's the view of many people, but I think the passion of Rotarians is to make the world a better place. So we have a shared goal, though, service above self. And in Rotary, we say that the core of what we do is in our hearts, but the impact is in society. So we look at societal problems and we try to solve problems. And I think that it's our commitment and the way we work tirelessly towards getting things done that makes Rotary special, and that makes Rotary very different. Yeah.
And just to add a bit to what she said, bringing the discussion home as to when Rotary made its first step in Ghana. Rotary, the first Rotary Club was established in 1956. In 1956, and the first club was the Accra West. And since then to date, we have about 34 clubs.
All over Ghana?
All over the country, of which RRC is part. And RRC has also chartered 2 clubs in the year 2012 and 2014.
Okay, when you say that, what does it mean? It means that you are the mother club.
Yes,
now,
we're the mother club. Exactly. So we have 2.
Within you have 2 other clubs.
Yes, we do.
Good.
We do.
When I was in Takoradi, I was a retractor.
Really?
Yeah, we all belong to the same family.
Yes. But I just want to ask, how can somebody be a member of Rotary? Can anybody just join?
It's mostly by invitation. And what we normally do is to look out for different classifications for a club. So we have a diverse membership group. Because we think that our strength is in the diversity. It gives us multiple perspectives on issues, and we bring our talents to bear to solve the general problems in the public.
Exactly.
So if you want to be a member, you can talk to any Rotarian you know, and you'll be invited to the meetings, see what we do,
participate in
our programs, and then if you are very comfortable with the group, you'll be inducted. And if you're ready to serve,
exactly, I was going to say the most important thing about Rotary is to be able to serve. Exactly. So you just don't join because you want to be a member of a group, but you are willing to serve, to dedicate your time and skill.
Okay, so let's talk about the service tomorrow, because you have a walk tomorrow.
Yes,
tomorrow,
we
Saturday.
do.
What is this walk all about?
Well, it's dubbed Walk for a Child, and it's also to raise awareness of the importance of health in everybody's life. So we'll be doing a walk purposely to raise funds for IUB Health Center. IUB Health Center is a local government health facility in IUB, which is in the North Birim district of the Eastern region. And actually we're approached a couple of years ago by a staff of that hospital about the dilapidating conditions. And members did a needs assessment and realized that indeed this was not something that could support the population. They had virtually no existing facility to support IUB and the surrounding villages. So our focus on this project is to look at the maternal and child welfare clinic. Last year, we rehabilitated the maternity ward
Of the same clinic?
of the
same
same health
clinic.
facility.
So
Yes.
this is actually a phase 2 of the project.
Yeah, so that was phase 1, and we did the sewage system as well. And for phase 2, we'll be constructing a shed and equipping it to be used as a child welfare clinic, so as to reduce the child mother mortality rate.
Okay.
And
So
also, just to chip in here, it's also important to highlight the number of, or by virtue of its location, IRB caters for 21,000 people directly, and
Okay.
indirectly about 103,000 people
Wow.
indirectly. So
And that's
you'd
the only health
appreciate-
facility there?
Exactly. So you'd appreciate the fact that it needs to be properly equipped to be able to offer that quality service that they require.
And I'm interested, when people say they're going on walks to raise funds, what does it mean? You have a bowl in your hands, and then as you walk, you ask people to put in some CDs?
No.
Is that it?
No, what we do is forms are designed for members to reach out to the community to raise funds. Of course, members
Individuals
donate
and corporates.
funds tremendously. In Rotary, the funds we normally use for our projects are member donations, funds that we raise from the community, and from our Rotary Foundation investments. So basically, we use what we have, and because people believe in Rotary and the ethics that we that we hold up to, people are very comfortable giving us donations,
Okay.
because they know that we'll account for every city that we take.
So let me
Yeah.
ask how
So-
much money you think that you want to raise tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're looking at about 140,000 Ghana cedis.
Okay, that's how much you need to complete this phase 2?
No, phase 2 will be about 63,000 Ghana cedis, but we have other
Other
projects.
projects.
Actually, AUB is the major project we're doing this year. Every year, Rotary has a plan of projects. We have a catalog of projects that we try to complete, and IUB is just one of the major projects. But we have the Sophia project, which is an ongoing yearly medical outreach at Mamobi Hospital. We call it a Sophia project because we did it in honor of one of our past presidents who was very, committed to child welfare, and she died a year after being president.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And we identified Mamobi because it's in a neighborhood it's considered at least underprivileged. And so we did the sanitation facilities for Mamobi Clinic about 3 years ago for the male ward and the female ward, and yearly screening, medical screening
Okay.
of residents and people within the surrounding areas.
Okay.
of
So
Mamobi.
Amma will take us through the routes tomorrow. Where are you beginning
Yes,
and where
yes.
you
Before I
ending?
do that, I just wanted to touch on the fact that we have executed many projects over the years through the support of individual membership, individual contribution, and corporates. And so we work hand in hand. Of course, most of us are professionals, and we leverage that and to be able to solicit support from the corporate as well. So a lot of these funding are not just drawn from us, but also with the support of the corporate
Okay.
Ghana. Going through the routes, so we'll begin the walk tomorrow at 6 a.m. starting from the Barclays Bank Clubhouse through to
That's Ring Road. Okay. Of
Yes,
course.
the Ring Road,
Your Ring Road
Independence,
branch. So you
yes.
would obviously start from Ring Road.
and then through to the police headquarters, and then through to Dankwa Circle, then through to Ebenezer Presby, and then the Liberation Circle,
Okay.
the surgeons, and then Ekweje Interchange,
Okay.
through back to the police headquarters, and then back to
So you're going in circles.
yes,
Because I
we
was
are.
trying to
Yes,
follow.
it's actually exactly.
It's actually an
It's actually
oval.
an
Like we
oval,
start from
yeah.
a point and we go around through
and-
Oxford Street,
Ah.
Liberation Road, and
And
come back to the same
same
point.
point.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
about 10 kilometers, and at least by doing that, people on the streets will be aware that we're
Exactly.
raising funds to support a project. And when we approach them, they'll be willing to donate.
Okay.
Exactly. And
So
all
we're
we was-
calling on all the corporates in Ghana to support Rotary, because indeed Rotary is good, and
Yes.
Rotary helps to get things done.
Okay.
Rotary has been very good and helpful in the immunization of polio. And just, I think in a couple of weeks, there will be polio immunization in the country, and all Rotarians will volunteer their time to support this project as well.
Okay.
Emphasizing on the importance of Rotary, for instance, I would say that Rotary has been able to complement the efforts of successive governments through such outreach, through such programs and execution of its projects. Because as we usually say, that government cannot do it all.
Yeah.
And it's important that we all put our shoulders to the wheel to be able to see where we can support. And by doing that, Rotary has brought a lot of smiles and relief to the underprivileged in the, we're in Accra, we are so privileged, we're in the cities, we are so privileged, but when you go in deep down into the hinterlands, you realize that people need support. And this is where Rotary plays that key role.
Okay.
So we have been the impact has been immense, and we hope to be able to continue through the support, the general support of individuals and corporates.
Okay, and I want to say thank you for
Thank you
passing
for
through
having
to tell
us.
us a lot more about Rotary and
Thank
the
you.
work that you're going for.
You're
tomorrow.
invited to join us, by the
Thank
way.
you.
Be
Thank
part
you.
of the buzz.
Exactly.
This year Rotary theme is Light Up Rotary.
Rotary.
So
Light
we're here
Up
to
Rotary.
light up
Oh,
Rotary.
okay.
So everything
Be part
we
of the
do,
bus.
we need to
Join
light
us
up.
Yeah.
and get healthy.
Okay,
Exactly.
so let me ask you, Na and Ama, what is your old school? Which school did you go to?
Well, I would say by affiliation, I can't even choose because I didn't school here, unfortunately. But I fit almost everywhere, and I would like to see maybe any of the schools will be willing to
Okay,
have
so
me.
let's hear
And
Na.
free
Which
delegates.
school Na went to?
Secondary school.
Yeah, secondary school.
Secondary school. I completed O level at Achimota School
Okay.
and A level at Infantiman Girls School.
Okay, so you belong to two.
Two.
All right, the reason I asked the question is because the Joy FM Old Schools Reunion is just around the corner.
I've attended
yeah.
a few of that.
Okay,
Yes,
so
I
you're
had fun.
invited to this one. It's
Oh,
on the
definitely.
27th
We
of
will.
this
We
month
will. So
at the Independence
let's strike
Square.
a deal. You join us, and then we join you.
Definitely, we
We'll
have a
be
deal. Okay,
very much.
so
Thanks
thank
for
you,
having
ladies,
us.
for
Yeah,
passing
thank
through.
you.
We will talk about the Joy FM Old Schools Reunion here on the show today. Stay with us. It's still the AM show.